Hey guys, welcome back to Attack on Titan World, the weekly show where we have a just conversation about random things that we find interesting. How's your week been? What have you been playing? What have you been up to? I myself has been playing nothing, nothing since we last spoke, but Stormblood. I actually have done a lot of Stormblood, an incredible amount of Stormblood. That's going to be coming to you pretty much solidly for the next month. Every day then there'll be a second video. It might not be of Stormblood. It may be or it may not be, depending on what content I have available for you guys at the time. We've got the Crash trilogy video coming Friday or Saturday. Either way, it's coming as soon as it is coming. So look forward to having a little play around on the new Crash Bandicoot game. I'm pretty excited for myself actually because I love Crash Bandicoot. I have one of my earliest gaming memories is actually playing Crash Bandicoot. It's weird. It's weird because I don't really have like many gaming memories that aren't just me alone in my room, which is kind of sad to think about. But I distinctly remember sitting in the living room on my PlayStation 1 playing I believe it was right near the end, like some sort of mushroom level or some description, and there was like these mushrooms that you bounced on, and my mother was watching me play from the couch behind me. She was sewing or knitting or whatever, and I don't know. It's just one of the earliest memories I have next to earliest memories of not me being alone. The only one earlier than that would probably be the very first time or the very first playing video games, which was Super Mario on the NES, and I was playing while sitting in my sister's lap on the floor. We were on the floor in the living room, and I was sitting in my sister's lap, and I was that tiny, you know, I was that young and small. I must have been like 3, maybe. Who knows? And we played Super Mario World. That was like it's not even Super Mario World. Holy shit, the Mario Bros. The NES version. Here you go. But yeah, so Crash Bandicoot's coming out. I didn't even realize it was coming out. That's the crazy thing. Like, I honestly didn't even realize it was a thing. Like, I mean, I knew it was a thing from like E3. We knew it was coming out. But there was like no marketing around it. There was like absolutely no marketing. I didn't know it was like next week. And I was like, I saw it on Amazon. I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit! So I ended up buying it. Because I was taking my mother to the doctors, which is fine. You know, it has to be done because, you know, she needs to go see the doctor. So I need to take her to the doctors. That's fine. But, you know, me personally, being a healthy person, I feel slightly unease being in a doctor's office, right? So I spend, once my mother goes into the doctor's office itself, whilst outside, immediately focus all my attention on my phone, away from the other sick people that are in the area. But basically, I was looking up through Amazon, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like verbally being loud. I was like, what the fuck? Fucking Crash Bandicoot? Fucking next what? This woman from the other side of the room was just looking at me. I was like, sorry. as Crash Bandicoot comes out soon. Sorry about that. I didn't realize. But yeah, so it's crazy that it's coming out so ridiculously soon. It is here Friday, the Friday coming. It is being released, the Crash Trilogy, which is a remake of the original 3 Crash Bandicoot games, the Crash Bandicoot 1, Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, and Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, which is super exciting. I loved 1 and I loved Crash Bandicoot 2 and I loved Crash Bandicoot 3 because I played Crash Bandicoot 1. It was very challenging, or very hard, or not very good. One of those things that I remember, and I was not very good at it. So, but I got very good at Crash Bandicoot 2 and very good at Crash Bandicoot 3. Like, I got very, very good at that shit. Trying to beat those, like, time trials and stuff as a kid, got very good at them. Whether that skill has unto today is doubtful, quite frankly. Oh, warning, hello. We're being invaded by the pirates. It's they get more ridiculous every time, don't they? Oh, jeez. So last time we spoke, I was saying about the Nintendo, right? Nintendo nailing E3. Well, I have now ordered my Nintendo Switch. Paid them an exorbitant amount of money for their Switch that is not getting to me for a month. For time of ordering, it's not getting to me for a month. I get it. I don't know. I get it next month at some point. I get it like mid-July. So, whilst that's fine, because since they're out of stock, Nintendo really need to up their game in the old situation. I feel that they need to really work on their demand, and I know it's something that a lot of people consider as intentional. A lot of people feel like it's intentional that Nintendo have these adequate issues with dispatching to make them seem more in demand and stuff like that. Maybe like with the mini NES, it did. I can see how they would think that. I can see, giving the information they have, I could understand the reason that they would think that way. However, I don't really care. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable of Nintendo, quite frankly, and they need to up their fucking. They just need to up it. They need to up their production lines. They need to do whatever they need to do to sell. Maybe they weren't expecting the Switch to sell as well as it did because of their Wii U failures, but that's really not an excuse when you get like pre-orders. Like that's what pre-orders are for, right? As far as I'm aware, they filled those pre-order requirements, but you also got to think about the people who did not pre-order, right? Me included, as I, well, quite frankly, I didn't even. I honestly, I was still kind of wounded from the Nintendo Wii U. I mean, it's not that I don't like the Wii U, because I do. I actually really think the Wii U is a cool machine. Just the lack of games to play on it, and the games that you were able to play on it, like Super Mario 3D World, Mario Kart. I'm like, oh, what else was there? Breath of the Wild, Zelda Wind Waker, there was Bayonetta 2, there was... I'm sure there was others. There was Zelda Blade Chronicles, remember that game? Yeah, we only got annoyed a little bit at that was pretty good. Let's lift this fish up. No, why? Lift the fucking fish up. Do as I say. So yeah, the Wii U, the games that did come out on the Wii U were great, and that's fantastic. However, it did not have a very long shelf life. It didn't live very long at all, and the games never really came out on it. So I'm hoping that with the Switch that they're gonna actually bring that forward. I think they're gonna show what the fuck is this one. I think they're definitely they didn't put their best foot forward. So to speak, with the whole system and the amount of things that are being released on it. Yes, right now there is a lot of games that have already been released on the Wii U, and there's a lot of people who are upset about that. When they said they're re-releasing Pokken and they're re-releasing other stuff like what was the other one that they did? They re-released Mario Kart 8, didn't they? So that's fine, and they're re-releasing They're re-releasing Skyrim. They didn't have that on the Wii U, so I feel like that's fair. It's still quite expensive for what the game is. It always has been, Skyrim, but you know, I guess that's if you want that on the Switch. But realistically, I really don't mind. In fact, I hope that they continue this. Personally, it's not for any like I don't know, because the thing is, people bitch, right? People complain, people get upset because, for example, Mario Kart 8, which is probably the best Mario Kart, like Dash, you know, like it's such a good Mario Kart game. It's so fucking good. I still play it on my Wii U. Well, I would still play it on my Wii U. However, I have since brought it on my Switch. So I can play it wherever I am, because it's so good, right? Mario Kart is fucking brilliant, and I'm glad that they've re-released it on the Switch, because it allows people who haven't played them to play it. It doesn't cost them very much. I understand that, and people are getting upset, like, oh, why won't they just focus on making a new one, blah 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 blah. It's like, it's like Pokemon being re-released. It's like, a lot didn't get Pokemon. Just generally because of how expensive it was, or just because they didn't have a Wii U. Because no one had a Wii U, are you kidding me? So like, when it comes to these re-releases from the previous console to the new console, instead of buying something new, I understand your frustration, because you want something, people they want something new, they want something shiny. Not necessarily all of you are complaining about this, I understand that. Don't feel like I'm just addressing the issue of people being upset about this. It's like, I understand that people are upset about machine games not being re-released and not having new games coming, but they're probably working on those new games. You know, like, it's not necessarily saying like, oh, there's you know, Mario Kart 8 come out because they didn't want to make another game, they just wanted to kind of, and yeah, like, they wanted money, no shit, but that's why cause that's their company, that's what they do. But at the same time, I don't think re-releasing these games is a bad thing, because they're fucking great games, and so many people on the Switch so many people who have brought a Switch didn't have a Wii U. They just didn't. So I think it's great that they're doing this. And like, I love the idea of putting like virtual console stuff on the thing. I know virtual console stuff is a different situation. It's a different complaint, because, you know, people were like, you know, having Super Mario Sunshine on the fucking Switch would be, I don't know if that's a thing yet, but like GameCube games on the Switch, fuck yes. Like, I would not care. I would buy the fuck out of all of that. That's super good if they did that. You know, which I believe that there was something that they were doing that, but I'm not sure when that's releasing or if that's already been released. I don't know, I've not got my Switch yet. I have, however, got Mario Kart 8 and Zelda Breath of the Wild. I have those things. I've just not got a machine to play them on, because apparently when you buy things in a bundle nowadays, they don't always necessarily come through at once. Apparently bundles are just made up from bits and pieces now. So when you buy a Mario Kart Zelda bundle with a Switch, the Switch will not get sent to you, but the video games will, because they come separately. So, you know, whatever, that's fine. There's not a massive issue with that. It's just kind of like, I kind of assumed it'd be in the box, quite frankly. But at least I got an actual copy of them rather than like a download code or some shit. That was very happy about that. I find the Nintendo Switch case is laughable. Quite frankly, I find them laughable. That there's like nothing to them. Right? There's like this little tiny card that's smaller than a 3DS game cartridge. Right, it's smaller than a 3DS game cartridge, yet it's like they still have this massive case, and they've got no booklet in it. There's no Zelda booklet. There's no Mario Kart booklet. So it's like it's just an empty box with like this tiny cartridge in it. It's like, really? It's a fucking waste of plastic, dudes. I understand why you have to have it at some form of stage, but still, you know what? I know it's going to be odd, but I feel like we can probably do a couple more because we stormed through that pretty quickly. I've still got shit to ramble on to you guys about. So let's go to the next stage. Out. Okay. Right. So yeah, so the Switch is on its way, basically. It's on its way. I'm kind of happy that the Switch is on its way. I feel like this is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Hopefully they'll start getting RPGs on it. I did consider buying Disgaea 5 for it. But I figured, why the fuck would I do that? if they released an old Disgaea game on it, I'd definitely purchase it. Like Disgaea 3, for example, I played on the Vita. I don't know if you guys remember that. If you do, well done you. You've been here. But I fucking loved playing it on the Vita. Like playing this game portable is ingenious. It's so good. So that I feel like that'd be very good on the Switch. Not that my Switch is ever going to leave the house, but I mean, you know, I can play it in bed and I can play it while I go for a big poo. You know, that's pretty satisfying. If I decide to take it into there, I'd have to do a lot of cleaning if I do that, because I don't think I'm satisfied with pooping in the same room as my table. But in any case, I'm excited for my Switch to get here. I'm excited for things for us to play on the Switch. Hopefully, if Nintendo also stops being such a big butt on the whole recording of content issue, I would like to do someone was talking to me about a Zelda hardcore run using the new hardcore DLC mode. I'm not sure when the new hardcore DLC mode is available to me. I'm not sure when that is. I'm pretty sure it's either coming out very, very soon in that first DLC pack, which is like 4 days away, or it has already been released. Either way, I've ordered the DLC expansion pack anyway, so I have a code for that. I can't put it in yet though, and stuff like that. So I've got this stuff. I own it, so I will probably be playing it on hard. Because for those of you who know, I already have played Breath of the Wild. I played it on the Wii U. However, I'm thinking maybe I'll do a bit of recording. Not record a whole series of Zelda, because that would be like a fucking 100 million episodes. But maybe I'll do this hardcore challenge that they were talking about, that me and my mate was talking about. Basically, you use the hard mode difficulty to play through Zelda with 1 life. Kind of like any other hardcore series, you know what I mean? And see how far you can get on 1 life. I'm not sure how well that's going to go. Probably not very far, because I died a lot of stupid deaths in Zelda. But who knows, it might be interesting and it might be fun. So I might do that if people are interested. If people are interested in seeing that and enjoying that, then I will definitely do it, of course. But it all depends on you guys' reactions, and if people want it, then they shall have it. And if people do not want it, then you may or may not have it. Essentially, that's the best way I can put it. Let's use this one. But yeah, so I'm excited for Switch. It's on its way. If you guys have Switches and you have any video game recommendations for me to play, I don't care what it is. Just if it's on the Switch and you think like that game was fucking awesome, you should definitely be playing that on or offline of the eShop, whatever. I will have a look. You know, put your recommendations down below. Definitely take a look at them. Anyway, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is my recording room. I've actually redesigned it. Further away from the telly now. Further away from the telly now, so I can have the telly at somewhat of a decent thing. Basically, what the issue was beforehand is that I was very close to everything. I didn't have a lot of room in the current area that it was in, and I wasn't able to move very much whilst recording and all that sort of thing. So now, however, I've got plenty of room. I've got like I've essentially got a whole empty ass fucking room. I've got at least like, I don't know, fuck knows. I couldn't even like quantify it in measures. I've got at least 2 coffee tables, 2.5 coffee tables of distance. I know that, now that I think about it, that's a ridiculous notion of how far that is away, because you don't know how big my coffee table is. But that's fine. Just imagine it is your coffee table. I'm pretty far away from this TV now, on the other side of the room. I can put some pictures on my Twitter or something, so you guys can go look at my Twitter if you guys want to see the pictures. But basically, I'm a far enough distance away from it now that I'm not super cramped up against the telly, and so I'm further away. I've got more room to move around. I've got more room to write stuff down on. I've just got more room, basically. However, the microphone is on my right-hand side for the first time ever. Like, legit, the first time ever has my microphone been on my right-hand side. It's very, very weird. I'm not used to it at all. It's always been on my left the entire time. So, hopefully, hopefully this will be fine. Hopefully this will be okay. And we won't screw up massively. That'll do. Good. Why can't I do shit? Because this is a silence HBSP slot. Okay. Where is the red block? The red and green block are over there. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with this. We can deal with this. We just get Luna out like that.
I shall go.
Get screaming. I'm assuming you can't like reach that far. Yeah, I didn't think you could. Almost though. What we'll do, we'll throw you. If we throw you like here, could you run over here and then maybe just get it? Alright, let's see how far you can run from there. Alright, okay. Now, what is that? Can you reach? Can't reach, still can't reach. That's fine, that's fine. We got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. Here we go. Onto the blue. Okay, nailed it. Hair star. Oh, yeah. Did it. Jeez, that's horrible. It's horrible to look at. It's going so fast. On the right side, immediate level 9. Immediate level 9-inch. That's pretty good. Yeah, so my recording room has been pretty much moved around a little bit, and I've given some thought to some of the things that I want to get. I want to get myself a wall timer, or like a remote timer, so that I can actually see the video time now, because I'm much further away from my recording PC. I've got a wireless mouse now, so that's nice, because I'm so far away. I figured I'm going to need that. But it's like, it's fine, I can see it and I can read it, but it's like I have to look at it and then I have to really think about what the fuck I'm looking at, because it's like actually that far away. My PC monitor is not like the biggest in the world. I think it's like 22 or something. So yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited about a lot of stuff. I'm at the moment, I know this is not usually a thing we talk about, but I'm in an okay place. Got Crash Bandicoot coming. I got my Switch on the way. I'm looking forward to playing stuff on the Switch. I've rearranged my recording room. I've got so much more room now. I can breathe. It's a lot cooler because I'm not so close to the freaking TV. It's good. It's super good. And most of all is I still need a few things. I want to get a new microphone stand as well, like a crane stand. I don't know if anyone knows a good place to purchase them from, because Amazon is not. Amazon has not got what I want at all. I want like a crane one, you know what I mean? Like one that can stand at the side of the couch and pretty much like adjust over to me. Because at the moment it's on like a self-standing thing that's in front of the couch, and that's fine. It's just I knock it quite often, and I don't want to do that. Basically, I don't want to be knocking it. So it'd be nice if it was suspended to the side of the couch and it went over the couch. That way I could move around a lot more, and it'd be better. It'd be better for me to have that. I wouldn't feel quite so panicked about just destroying everything about it. You know, I wouldn't feel like, oh, I've accidentally knocked it over and destroyed literally everything. But yeah, so other than that, I feel like that's everything I wanted to tell you guys about my recording room. I wanted to feel like that's everything. It'll probably be fine. If I think of something, I'll shove it on Twitter. It'll be fine. It'll be alright. It'll be fine. I'll shove it on Twitter. But yeah, so let me know of. I like how I just like straight up asked you to do my work for me. I'm like, hey, look, if you could just like, if you know of a good place where I can buy these microphone stands, that'd be nice of you. Hey, if you know like really good games on the Wii U, that'd be really nice of you. just you guys do my research for me. Like, fucking what an asshole. Holy shit, I do my own fucking research, you lazy bugger. There we go, we killed him. A whole bunch of levels. What stage are we on? We on a good stage? How long has this episode been? Has it been a good amount of time? It's been a good time. Alright, we'll end it here. Let us leave. How do we leave? We need to thingy it, don't we? Let's use an item. Next time we'll do levels and then another 10. So we'll do 30 over the course of 2. Oh, level 300 now. That's exciting. I know this is not something that I know it's not something that we're going to be using it for, but I'm just saying, it's worth a lot of money. It's worth $1 billion hull now. Ooh, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Of course, you people know I love getting money on video games. Anyway, that's the end of Attack on Titan World. Thank you guys so much for watching. Question of the day. Or question of the week, I should say. I don't give you a daily question. Question of the week. What Switch game should I play? I've already given you guys plenty of work to do, so you know what? It's fine. You guys let me know what Switch game I think is going to be really good, and let me know something that you guys want to see from me in content wise. Let me know that, and that's it. I'll see you all next week. Have a good week, guys. Bye bye.